What is short-run aggregate supply curve? It is total amount of nation's production during a given period of time at a range of price levels. As you could see in the diagram here, we have a downward sloping demand curve and somewhat upward sloping AS curve. I'll explain the meaning of somewhat upward sloping AS curve. It has different slopes at different ranges, which I'll be explaining further. Let us look at the upward sloping portion of the AS curve. It shows more amount of aggregate output is produced at higher price levels. It is showing the relation between the average price levels and the aggregate output in an economy. The question is, why it is upward sloping? This upward sloping portion of AS curve is based on the assumption of sticky wages. What do you mean by sticky wages? Sticky wages or inflexible wages downward. If you're an employer, you can't reduce wages so easily, even if you are experiencing fall in the demand for your product and you want to cut down cost, of which wages are the most important and the largest component. But why can't you reduce wages? Because of the presence of labor unions, minimum wage legislations, and unemployment benefits. And how do these help in maintaining the level of wages? How do these keep wages from moving downward? Labor unions, they put forth the rights of labor before management, or they can even threaten management by holding a strike. Minimum wage legislation, they put floor on the level of wages, below which wages can't go. Unemployment benefits, they act as an insurance to the unemployed workers. These unemployed workers don't get panicked by the fact that they don't have the job at the moment, and hence they don't have wages to support themselves. High unemployment benefits, they keep workers from accepting work at lower wages. They prefer to remain unemployed rather than being employed at lower wages. But the point is, how do all of these make AS curve upward sloping? Well, if you want to produce more, you will be making your decision based on the profits you can make. Profits are dependent upon revenue and cost. Now, if costs are constant because wages are sticky, then you as a producer can increase the amount of profit by increasing your revenue. Your revenue will increase directly as price increases, because at higher prices, you as a producer would want to supply more. Now let us look at the almost flat portion of the AS curve. Suppose worker comes to you and you offer him a work at a certain wage. Note that the work is offered at a contractual agreement. You will work for a certain time period for a fixed wage. Wages will not change for a given contractual period. And this is the portion, this portion of AS curve is the portion of high unemployment. These producers, they can hire more workers at very low wages. Their cost can remain the same, but profits will increase when the prices would increase. And this explained the flat portion of the AS curve. I've also explained the upward portion of the AS curve. There is also the vertical portion of the AS curve, which corresponds to the long run AS curve, which we'll be discussing in the later recording.